Vauxhall means business with the Corsa. The latest version of Vauxhall's strong-selling Super Mini has a simplified model lineup and a range of low-emitting engines to tempt fleet decision makers and company car drivers.
Even so, there's still a lot of choice, with a wide selection of petrol and diesel power units and a raft of trim levels to choose between. Unsurprisingly, the most efficient diesel is the CO2 champion, with emissions of just 85 grams a kilometre. The 1.3 CDTI sits in the 16% band for benefit-in-kind taxation. The cleanest Toyota Yaris, VW Polo, Renault Clio and Hyundai i10 all emit slightly less, but the difference isn't great. The 85 gram a kilometre figure applies to the 95 horsepower 3-door model with 16-inch alloy wheels. Cars with larger alloys or 5 doors have slightly higher emissions. There's also a 75 horsepower 1.3 diesel. Despite being less powerful, it's not as fuel efficient and emits more CO2. While the cleanest diesel is the most obvious company car, Vauxhall argues a strong case for some petrol models. The 1-litre Ecotec has low emissions by petrol standards, and the company's fleet marketing manager, Paul Adler, believes some low-mileage users will choose petrol power in preference to diesel. This high-tech 1-litre turbo is available with either 90 horsepower or 115 horsepower, with emissions as low as 99 grams a kilometre. That puts it in the 14% BIK band. Combine that with lower P11D values than the diesels, and surprisingly healthy RVs, and you can see why these models make sense for the right driver.
For stronger performance and reasonable emissions, there's this car, the 1.4T. The engine is refined and punchy.
With emissions of 120 grams a kilometre, it sits in the 18% benefit-in-kind bracket. Whichever engine is chosen, the Corsa drives well, although it's not as much fun as a Ford Fiesta. The suspension is a little too bouncy at times, although the flip side is a supple and comfortable ride around town.
More expensive models on larger alloys are a little less forgiving of urban lumps and bumps, but feel better tied down at speed, and the steering is that bit more precise.
Inside, the Corsa has a clean, simple design. That's no bad thing in our book. There's no confusing clustering of buttons and a good level of equipment as standard. Our Excite test car has air conditioning, electrically heated front seats and steering wheel, and Vauxhall's IntelliLink audio system with a digital radio. A £50 app adds satellite navigation through a smartphone. Space-wise, there's decent legroom front and rear, and a healthy 285-litre boot.
The new Corsa is a definite improvement against the old, but it faces some very capable competition. It may not be class-leading, but both petrol and diesel versions can hold their heads high.